Hi, hello, good evening, friends, fellow traders and investors. A warm welcome to one and all to Option Omega 2.0, India's largest retail options traders online conference. This is Ashok Devanampriya, the founder of Traders Gurukul and also the host for your today's session. Friends, it's a great pleasure to see again more number of people joining the call today. Our official program partner for Option Omega is Money Control Pro, the largest financial portal in India with close to 20 million visitors on a monthly basis. So the next broker sponsor is Upstocks, one of the leading and successful discount brokers in this country. Well, the speaker for today is Mr. Dharmik Thakkar from Ahmedabad, a very good friend of mine. This is officially the fifth session of the conference. So Dharmik is going to kick off with his show with the topic titled Option Trading for Rookies. From a background perspective, Dharmik is an algo trader and a trading strategy provider, and we both are in similar profession. He started his career much before me, way back in 2011. So he's the director of this firm called algomaker.in, which is in the area of developing retail strategies for stock markets. So Dharmik, on behalf of all the Traders Gurukul family, the Money Control Pro family, Upstocks family, and all the participants who are joining us today from all over the world, we extend our warm welcome into the program.
Thank you, Ashok. Thank you so much.
And Dharmik, the stage is yours now. You can go ahead. It's time for you to excite our audience with your world of option quants. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ashok. My pleasure. Hello, friends. So today I'm going to talk about the option Greeks and two strategies that has really worked well for me. And nowadays you listen to those two strategies every now and then. You go on Twitter, you go on Telegram, you go anywhere, or you go to any of the trainers. You would hear that these two strategies are really doing well. So I'll talk about both of them, and I'll also give brief idea about how option Greeks work. Why should we consider them? I'll be using both the languages, Hindi and English. Uh, so let's start.
Yeah. So Dharmik, one quick request. English would be much better. Hindi, there are so many people from South India, including me, who are not that good in Hindi. You can say Acha TK, but not much. All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Uh, okay. So of course, as I said, the topic is option Greeks and two of the strategies. This you guys already know. I'm a founder of AlgoMaker LLP, which is an algorithmic trading firm. If you want to create any strategies, or if you want to use a already built strategy and go live on algo trading, we are the firm who does all these things. And yeah, as Ashok said, I started my career a decade ago, and then I've been a full-time trader since. I mean, it was just 2 months. I became a full-time trader in February 2012, so it's been almost a decade now that I'm a full-time trader. I'm also a channel partner for a few of the brokers, and 7 years 2015 I started algo trading, and then it goes on. Once you start an algo trading, you never want to go to terminal once again and check the prices and check the charts or the anything else. Even the fundamentals can be automated, and then you can take the trades using the algorithms.
Okay, so Dharmik, a quick update. Dear friends, the event sponsor is Upstocks, one of the leading and fastest growing trading platforms trusted by more than 40 lakh customers in India. They have a very powerful web UI, desktop platform, mobile app. So a lot of features they have, inclusive of trader tool baskets, transparent and trader friendly charges. They are a discount broker, so you will have order wise broking instead of percentage broking. They have a lot of analytics inbuilt in their application and with a very good customer support. So stay tuned. There is a special announcement that has to be made. Unfortunately, we can't make it today, so I'm going to make this announcement by the end of this conference soon. Thank you very much, and thanks to Upstocks. Over to you, Dharmik.
Thank you, Upstocks, for being a sponsor for this event. Okay, so first we'll discuss what are the option Greeks and why are they important. Options may, I'll use both the languages. As I said, I hope I could convey the message that I really want to say. ऑप्शन में ग्रीक्स किस लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है? हम लोग ऑप्शंस ट्रेडिंग बहुत सारे लोग करते हैं, कुछ लोग के लिए नया होगा। तो जैसे सबसे पहले तो ऑप्शंस क्या होता है आपको शायद पता भी होगा, बहुत बेसिक है। तो स्पॉट प्राइस होता है, हम लोग जो स्टॉक का प्राइस देखते हैं मार्केट के अंदर, वो स्पॉट प्राइस होता है जो कि उसकी रियल वैल्यू है। कि फॉर एग्जांपल रिलायंस का शेयर है, वो 2000 रुपए का है, तो वो उसका आप 2000 रुपए देके वो स्टॉक खरीद सकते हो। सब लोगों को स्टॉक की डिलीवरी नहीं लेनी होती है। सबको ऐसा होता है कि हाँ ये स्टॉक ऊपर जाएगा। बहुत सारी रीजन है ऑप्शंस होने की वजह से, बट जो सबसे बड़ा रीजन है वो स्पेक्यूलेशन है। कि स्पेक्यूलेशन के लिए लोगों को इतना इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं करना है, बट उनको लगता है कि मार्केट ऊपर जाएगा। तो उसके लिए ऑप्शंस है कि ऑप्शंस में आपको अगर तेजी लगती है, मंदी लगती है, या फिर आपको लगता है कि मार्केट यहीं पे स्टेबल रहेगा, तो आप स्टॉक परचेज करने की वजह से या फिर उसको सेल करने की जगह आप या तो फ्यूचर में या ऑप्शन के अंदर ट्रेडिंग कर सकते हो। ऑप्शन इसलिए भी है कि जिनके पास ऑलरेडी बहुत सारा स्टॉक है, जिनके पास बहुत बड़ा पोर्टफोलियो है, उनको अगर पोर्टफोलियो मैनेज करना है, रिस्क मैनेज करना है, या उनको थोड़ा बहुत टर्निंग करके थोड़े बहुत पैसे निकालने हैं, तो उसके लिए भी ऑप्शन हेज करके वो उसके अंदर यूज हो सकते हैं। मैं आपको धीरे धीरे ग्रीक समझाऊंगा तो आपको समझ में आ जाएगा कि ये ग्रीक से कैसे आपको समझना है कि इसका प्राइसेस कभी हम देखेंगे तो कभी आरबीआई की पॉलिसी होती है तो ऑप्शन के प्राइस बहुत हाई हो जाते हैं। कभी पर्टिकुलर कोई स्टॉक का अगर रिजल्ट होता है, उसका परफॉर्मेंस का कोई रिपोर्ट आने वाला होता है, या फिर उसके ऊपर कुछ लांछन लगता है कि कुछ केस हो गया या कुछ कोई चीज में फंस गई कोई कंपनी, तो उसका मतलब ऐसा कुछ आता है, कोई भी बड़ा न्यूज आता है, इवेंट आता है, तो प्राइस बहुत ही ऊपर हो जाते हैं या बहुत ही नीचे हो जाते हैं। वो क्यों होता है और वो ग्रीक से कैसे रिलेटेड है, हम लोग वो डिस्कस करेंगे। तो ऑप्शंस में आपको एक फायदा ये है कि ऑप्शन अगर आप स्पॉट में या फिर अगर फ्यूचर में आप ट्रेड करते हो तो उसमें आपको अनलिमिटेड प्रॉफिट है, अनलिमिटेड लॉस है। मान लो कि आपने स्टॉक परचेस कर लिया, इन अ वे लिमिटेड है क्योंकि जीरो से नीचे तो स्टॉक जा नहीं सकता, बट इन अ वे इट इज अनलिमिटेड। कि आपने 2000 रुपए का स्टॉक परचेस किया तो वो 2000 का जीरो भी हो सकता है, डीलिस्टेड भी हो सकता है।
Dharmik sir, people are requesting to come towards English. Too much of Hindi. Okay, try it out.
Sure. So a stock price can be, so the difference between stock price or the future price and the option price is that you can limit your risk if you are trading options. So there are different ways where you can use option Greeks to hedge the positions to neutral the delta and make it a low risk or maybe near to zero risk strategies. If you buy a stock or buy a future, that can that can go 20% up or 20% down, or maybe 50% or 50% down. The risk is really high in future and stock, buying a stock. In options, the risk is quite low, and then there are also hero to zero call, which are like 2-5 rupees options, which goes up to 100-200 rupees. So we'll discuss that too. So usually options traders use this. The majority are these four options, these four Greeks: delta, gamma, vega, and theta. There is also one which is interested, but it is not widely used. So I'm not going to waste your time looking after that. So these are called option Greeks. So why do you need to know this option Greeks? So whenever you want to trade an option, the prices, if you say, the option prices are just the premium that you pay and not the enter price. For example, if Reliance is trading at 2000 rupees, if you think that Reliance will go up, Reliance 2000. So there are call and put two kind of option. Call is teji, I mean bullish market. Put is mandi, which is bearish market. I'm talking about buying options. If you are bullish about market, you can either go long on call options or you can go short on put options. Now the premium, you only have to pay the premium for this particular option prices and not the entire future. I mean, you don't have to pay the entire price, the actual value of that particular stock. So this prices are defined using this 4 option grids, which the thing that matters the most, the volatility of the market, how much market up can go upside or how much it can go downside, the time. So future and option always have contract expiry. Most of you would know that Bank Nifty and Nifty indices options have the weekly expiry and the stock options have the monthly expiry. So depending upon the time and the expectations of people and fundamentals, how much stock can go up or down, it will decide the option prices. So this option Greeks are used to check, I mean to value the to get the right value or right price for option strike prices. Okay, so there are 4 kind of grids that we're gonna cover. Go to the next slide. So first is delta. So how do you use delta, or what is a delta? So delta is basically, if you buy a future or if you buy a stock, you know that if your share price goes 1 rupees up, you are gonna earn 1 rupees. If you buy a future, it is similar. If the stock price goes 1 rupees up, your future will also go 1 rupees up. If you check you can check any of the Nifty or Bank Nifty options, or sorry, future and spot prices. If Nifty price goes up by 40 rupees, future price would also go by up around 40 rupees, would be 40, 38 to 41. Similar notes. So it is same price for spot and future. So for example, if you are trading future 1 rupees up, you earn 1 rupees. For option, that's not the case, because you are not paying the entire premium. You're only paying the premium. For example, if the stock premium is, if there is a Reliance call which is trading at 10 rupees, you are only paying 10 rupees premium for that. So if the Reliance goes 1 rupees up, this 10 rupees wala option cannot go 1 rupees up. So to know, to check where will my option go, for example, if Nifty is trading at 15,000 rupees, you are getting a target of 15,500 rupees. If you trade in future, you will get 500 points. But if you trade in options, to calculate the risk and to calculate the profit that you will get, you need to use delta. So delta, which means if Nifty price goes up by 1 rupees, delta tells you how much your option will go increase in that matter. So basically, in delta values is always between 0 to 1, because if the future price is 1 rupees, the delta option cannot increase by 2 rupees. It has to be less than 1 or maybe 1. It is always basically less than 1. So this would tell you that if your future price goes 100 rupees or 200 rupees, how much you would get in delta. For example, if your delta is 0.5, I'll show you where to check the delta also. You can basically, you can check it on Sensible, or if you have Moneymaker terminal, that shows in that also, or Sensible has all the delta options, all the option Greeks, so you can check delta there also, or you can go to NSE website and check. So if your delta is 0.5, if your stock moves 1 rupees, your option will give you 0.5 rupees profit. If your delta is 0.5 and your stock moves 100 rupees, you will get 50 rupees profit in options. So here as the point number 3 and 4, if your call delta is 0.1, means 1 rupees will give you 10 paisa profit. If the stock price rises by 10 rupees, the call option would also increase by 1 rupees. So usually in the money, so ATM options, you get around 0.5 delta value. And as you go far, I mean, as for OTM options, the delta value decreases. So for delta, for example, if Nifty is trading at 15,000 rupees, you are taking 16,000 rupees call. If Nifty goes 200 point up, you will not get 200 rupees in 16,000 call. And why so? Because of the delta. Delta value will be really less as you go far away in OTM options. Okay. Fifth point is at the money option is always delta is always near to 0.5. And now the real beauty in delta is whenever on the expiry day, you might see that 100 rupees wala option directly comes to 0 rupees. I mean, most of you would have seen it last week. Even 500, 600 rupees option became 0. So why this happens is because at the money is currently at the money, but on the expiry, you would not know whether it will. I mean, at the money becomes out of the money. Expiry is gonna end with a one value, right? So that is either in the money or out of the money. So at the money delta is basically 0.5, but as soon as you near the expiry, on the expiry date, this delta value 0.5, it start decreasing and it becomes 0 at the expiry time. I think I should go slow. Yeah.
So Dharmik, one quick request, you can switch off your webcam now. We can open it up again during the Q&A so that the
Okay.
slide will be bigger now.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So these are the definition of delta that not definition exactly, but the meaning of delta. So when should you use it? I mean, how can that help you in trading? That if you want to know that if you are trading in future, or spot price, you know that when your stock goes 100 rupees up, you are gonna get 100 rupees in future or spot. But when you are trading in option, you need to know how much you will earn, right? Whenever you are making an investment, you need to know how much you are going to risk and how much you are going to earn. So when you have specific target, for example, if you have a Nifty target of 200 point and your delta is 0.5, you would know that you will get around 100 rupees in options. So to define how much you are gonna get and how much can you lose, you need to know delta. Okay, so the next is gamma. Okay, so gamma is also similar to delta, slight difference in the values. It is basically the rate of change in delta. And I'll give you an example. You might have seen that ATM options, the fastest speed that you see in the option prices increases or decreases is at the money. So why is it at the money? So as soon as the at the money option becomes in the money or out of the money, the gamma actually increases. The gamma is the actually gamma actually changes the delta, and because of the gamma, if the at the money option becomes in the money, you get the better returns. Then there is a theta. So all the option Greeks you see, delta, theta, gamma, and vega. Theta is the only one which helps option writers. So you see a lot of people are writing options. Why they earn so much of money is because of the time decay. So the time decay is defined by theta. If you want to write an option, you either have to go directional or you need to play with the theta. If you are directional, anyway your in the money or at the money option will go OTM. So you will earn that way. If not, you can use theta to make profits. For example, I have an option which is for example, if the Nifty is 15,000 rupees and you have an option of 15,000 rupees call or put, which is ATM, but you have 7 days for expiry. So there are chances that in 7 days market might move 500 points up or down. But say for example, is tomorrow is the expiry, market might not 99% or maybe 90%, it will not move 500% in 500 points in a day. So the chances of going the price is far is less when the price, I mean when the option contract is nearing. So theta is the thing which by looking at the theta you can identify how many days are there. I mean how many days are there. As soon as you near the expiry, the theta value will decrease, and that is how we see 100 rupees option going to 0. Theta will not make 100 rupees option to 200, but that will definitely make 100 rupees options to 0. This will help you identify the option which is going to go down. So for example, if there are 90 days to expiry, theta will be really high. When it becomes 60, theta will be slightly lower than that, and 30 days again theta value will decrease. On our expiry it will become 0. So if you really want to play using theta, closer you are to the expiry, the better returns you will get using theta. Here we see 3 examples. So there is September expiry and there is October expiry. If you see, September expiry is 7.51%. Reliance price had gone up. This is just an example. And October Reliance price has gone up. So September expiry is just 7.5% up. October expiry is 8.7% up. And why so? Because October has better theta, because it has time value also. So this, because of the time value, the price is not going down. I mean, it is going up.
Hi Dharmik, there is a pause.
Okay.
Are you there?
Yes, yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, please go ahead.
So next is Vega. We see that recently, in the recent years, there is always a time, maybe 3-4 years, where the market is really volatile. This 1 or 2 months has been slowed down. Otherwise, the market is really volatile. If you see the last year, the market went from 12,000-13,000 to 7,000, 8,000, and then again from that level, it again shoot up to 14,000-15,000. So that means the market is really volatile, and in volatile market, the chances are high that you see a lot of bullish, and I mean lot of price hikes and price new lows in the market. So volatility also helps in, I mean that also counts when you need to check the option prices, when you need to decide the option prices. Higher the volatility, higher the option prices will be. You must have seen that during RBI is the most common event that we see. So any events which is run by RBI, you will see option prices really goes high. For example, if you see a 100 rupees call option in this expiry, if next week is RBI policy, that same particular strike price will be 300 rupees, 400 rupees. And why so? Because of the market volatility expectations. So for example, if RBI gives some positive news, Nifty might go 200, 300, 400 points up. And if it gives a negative news for market participants, market might go that much down. So that is the reason, because of the to check. I mean, this actually works on fundamental basis. That if there is some big news, for example, if a company is going to publish its result, the movement will be really high. So implied volatility will be really high. So this Vega is used. Vega, whenever the Vega is high, your option prices will also be higher. So as soon as the RBI or any other the result, if there is a company, if the result is gone, if the result is out, the Vega will decrease, and so the prices will decrease. But it just doesn't happen suddenly. It's not that, you know, as soon as the RBI result comes out, the Vega decreases and you can sell everything and, you know, rest and wait for the profit. It doesn't work that way. The Vega for that particular week, the actual Vega value will be high compared to other weeks or other expiries, but slowly it will start decreasing the Vega value, and as soon as the Vega value decreases, the option prices also decreases. Okay, so delta is actually delta is what you see, that okay, if the price moves 1 rupees, you will see 0.5 rupees movement in your option. Vega is the is volatility, that more the volatility, more the Vega value will be. So this is what some of the people also call IV, the VIX. The VIX is basically market, and this Vega also applies to all the stocks, all the particular stocks. So if you want to check, if you want to know if there is a result and you see that their Vega is high, so that means market participants are expecting more volatility in that particular stock. So whomsoever wants to trade in stocks with less volatile markets, they can simply check Vega. If the Vega is less, that means this particular stock or script or indices is not going to give much of a movement for that particular expiry. Okay, so I'll discuss two strategies with you guys. One is iron condor, and there's one more. So before this, any of you guys have any questions for delta, Vega, or theta? I mean, any of the option Greeks?
Dharmik, I always pick up questions at the end, so let's proceed further. We will have an exclusive Q&A session at the end.
Okay. Sure. Okay. So basically, you must have heard straddle and strangle strategies these days, where you are not expecting much movement in the market. You sell straddle or strangle. Straddle is selling the same strike price, call and put both options. Strangle is selling different strike prices, which are OTM. Now, what is iron condor? So iron condor is also similar strategy. This straddle, strangle, and iron condor are neutral strategies. That means you are not expecting much movement in the market. You are expecting that the market will be range bound or near to in between a particular range. And then, so for that particular thing, you can write options and you can make money. So, okay. So I'll explain the strategy. So you need to sell. What you do is to either take short straddle or short strangle. In this, for example, if market is trading at 15,000 rupees, you have two options to do iron condor. One is you sell short straddle. 15,000 is the market. You will sell 15,000 rupees call and 15,000 rupees put. Show you an example here. One minute. Right. Sorry for the interruption. So why you do iron condor? So if you sell a straddle or a strangle, and if you wait till expiry, you always have the risk that if the market moves in one direction, you will lose a lot of money. So to minimize the risk and to have a defined risk, you can hedge them. Hedge in a way, say for example, if you sold a call and put straddle option, you can hedge it 300 points up and 300 points down. For example, if here we have sold 15,000 rupees call nifty call and 15,000 rupees nifty put. Say for example, if we want to hedge with 300 points call and put. So what we will do is, we have sold 15,000 rupees call and put. We will buy 15,300 rupees call and we will buy 14,700 rupees put. This way, you will get a particular range. I'll show an example here. For example, this is the straddle, iron condor with short straddle. Here what we have done is, the market was 35,100 yesterday. So we, for example, if we are selling 35,100 call and we are selling 35,100 put. So we have made a short straddle here. But now what we want to do is, we want to have a fixed risk that I should not lose more than this much of money. So what I do is, I hedge it with buying a 34,700 put, which is 400 points away. And I also buy a 35,500 call, which is 400 points away on the upper side. So what happens is this is what the graph looks like. What with iron condor, you need to make sure that you wait till expiry before booking your profit or loss. So this PNL could go anywhere during this time, but on the expiry, it will be anywhere between plus 7,000 to minus 2,600. So this will show you, if you are expecting the market here, you always have a break-even point on the lower side and the upper side. So if the market remains between 3,430, for example, in this 34,800 and 35,400 is the range which we are expecting. If the market closes in this particular range, we are gonna get money, we are gonna make money. If not, we might lose some we might lose some money. The max loss this particular strategy has 2,600 rupees. Now the beauty of this strategy is also that if you just sell call and put, you need to maintain 2 lakh rupees, around 2 lakh rupees margin. But if you have hedged it with buying the call and put, your margin also decreases to 48,000, I mean around 50,000 rupees. So and the max profit which you can get is 7,400 rupees. So basically what happens is, if the top is 35,100, so if the market closes at 35,100, you are gonna get 7,374 rupees, which is 15% of the capital. Ashok, can you give me 1 minute, please?
Yes, Dharmik. So, ladies and gentlemen, there is a small pause right now. Dharmik is coming back in a minute. So, give me a few minutes.
Yeah, hi, Ashok. Hello, friends. Hello.
Yes, Dharmik, go ahead.
Yeah. So what we do is, here we are selling short straddle, which means 35,000 call and 35,000 put. We can do it in two ways. One is short straddle and one is short strangle. If you are sure that market will close at 35,100, you go for this short straddle. Along with hedging it, you make a iron condor. So your risk is limited, and you also have the highest. I mean, if the market closes as per your expectations, the max profit is also quite high, which is 15% of your capital. Something similar on this lines, you can also go for short strangle. If you're not sure where exactly the market will close, you decide a range that you think that, for example, you think that the market might close between 34,500 to 35,500. You take a short strangle, not the same strike price, but a different strike price. So here what we have done is, the market was at 35,100. We put 34,700 put, which is 400 points away. And we put 35,500 call, which is again 400 point away. So both the direction you need to make sure in either iron condor that if you are taking a position in, for example, strike price is 400 points away, for call you also need to make sure for put also it is 400 points away. Same for hedging. So for this, the probability of profit increases. The risk is slightly higher in short strangle compared to short straddle. So here what we have done is, market is at 35,100. We came 400 points down, 34,700 put we sold. On the upper side, 400 points away, 35,500 call we sold. So we sold call and put both options. We hedged it with 200 points away, call and put. For 34,700 put, we bought 34,500 put, which is 200 points away. Same for call, 35,500 call and 35,700 call. Here the probability is 50%, 50.51%. Now, this probability of profit, you might see it on any of the website like Sensible or Options Offshore. There are a lot of websites which gives you this information. I personally don't really believe in this probability of profit, because not everybody knows how the market works. So it's better to take a range. And then if you think according to your analysis, if the market is going to close here, that 50% probability becomes 100%. So you basically, you just need to do analysis that, and if you think that market will close near to this point, you take a straddle or a strangle with iron condor and it's done. So iron condor is, it's not that you're taking two things. Iron condor itself has straddle or strangle in it, but this will decrease the required margin from 2 lakh to 40,000 rupees, which is the most, which is concern. I mean, we all are concerned about the markets. We all are concerned about the leverage and the margin requirements. So to reduce the margin requirements, we can use iron condor. I repeat, it is neutral strategy. So there are either directional strategies or neutral strategies. This is not directional strategy. These two are neutral strategies. So if you think that market will remain somewhere near to where it is now, you can take this iron condor and get benefited. Here the max loss you will see in short strangle is 2,962 rupees. The max profit is 2,038 rupees. But unless some big movements come, this probability of profit from 50%, it will, that as the days passes, this 50% probability will increase and or maybe decrease, and that could go to 10% or 90%. So this chart is of yesterday, which is Monday. So it has Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 3 days to expiry. That is why it is showing less probability. If you check now, the range will also change and the probability will also increase. So the sooner you are to expiry, the better are chances and the better are the probabilities to close the market in your range. Now, you guys have seen that theta is the one which is for time decay, right? For time value. So this will also give you theta benefit. Now for this, for the example, this is, I see the top is also bigger one. For that short straddle, to reach the top, you only had one strike price. For this, there will be 3-4 strike prices. In that particular range, if the market closes, you get a lot of money. Now, if you do, let us compare iron condor with simple short straddle or short strangle. So what could happen if you take, say for example, short straddle here, 35,100 call and 35,100 put. Tomorrow, if the market opens 2,500 point or maybe 2,000 point, bank nifty goes up, what happens here is, you know that you have only, your risk is only 2,600 rupees in iron condor, wherein if you are taking short straddle or strangle, your risk is unlimited. You never know, tomorrow something might happen, maybe just like demonetization or some other news comes and market moves 2,000 point, 3,000 point, 5,000 point. It could even crash any day, right? We never know. So to make the max loss fixed, you can use iron condors. For this, for short straddle also, the max profit is fixed, because when you sell a strike, when you sell an option, you already know how much premium is that. So that could only become zero, and that cannot be my negative, right? So if it becomes zero, you want to 12,600 rupees. Here your investment is also 1,70,000 rupees. Your investment is, I mean, your capital requirement is almost 2 lakh rupees. 1,70,000 is near to 2 lakh rupees. This keeps changing 5-10% here and there. So to be on safer side, we can consider this as 2 lakh rupees. But your risk is unlimited. Now, every one of us must have faced the situation where, we get aggressive and we take a trade, we think that, you know, this must happen, this will happen, I know that market will go in this direction, and we go aggressive and we take maybe directional or non-directional trade, maybe with emotions or maybe with over analysis. We are so much sure, but you lose all your money, or maybe you get into this trap that, you know, you lost 2000 point in a day, you lost 500 point in a day. To secure this, the best way is to see, profit is anyway limited in both of these strategies, but loss is unlimited in straddle and strangle. So what you can do is either you do intraday trading and you put a stop loss. If you are going positional trading, you better secure it by hedging the positions. Now, so there are actually two types of hedge. One is actually hedging, and one is what most of us are doing these days. To save the margin, we are taking any other positions. The actual reason why most of us take a hedge position is actually not hedge position. We just want to reduce the margin requirement, so we take a position. For example, if I have sold 35,100 call, what I'll do is I'll go 1000 point up and I'll buy 36,000 rupees call, not for this consequences, but for just to save our margin from 2 lakh rupees, that directly becomes 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 rupees. For iron condor, that's not the case. This is actually hedge, where you are not taking these positions to just to save your margin. Saving margin is cherry on top, but the major reason why we do is because we need to secure our capital first. We need to understand that, you know, if you save your capital, building capital is of course the jam, but saving your capital is also a part of this game. And to save your capital, to you know, to make sure that you don't lose everything in a day or two, you should always go for either intraday, where you know that, you know, if the market is not in your direction, you can square off the position and just shut down your PC. Or what you can do is, if you only want to trade in position, secure, hedge it with proper strike prices, with, you know, calculate the risk and then take the entry. This is triangle. So it is 600 points, maybe 500 points away. We have sold 35,700 call and 34,600 put. Probability of being this in profit is 67%. Max profit could be 3,610 rupees. Here also, if you are doing this triangle, you need to maintain 2 lakh rupees margin. See, for example, if this one is 2.6, this one is 1.7, this one is 1.6. Some would also have 1. If you go slightly in the money, that might increases. So it's better to keep 2 lakh rupees margin and then trade. Or you can trade, of course, iron condor is there. So iron condor is a 4-leg option setup. 2 will be either straddle or strangle. You will sell nearer or the same at the money or nearer strike prices. 2, 1 call and 1 put. You will again go thoda far. You will buy OTM options, 1 call and 1 put. The beauty of this iron condor is your loss is always fixed, and both call and put, both options are hedged. And now NSE has also helped investors and traders. This iron condor is not a new strategy. It's not that we recently, after margin requirement, we have introduced this strategy or people have started trading this strategy. Nothing like it. This has been running for years, and the bigger clients, the HNI or the VVIP or maybe you know, institutional clients are already trading it since long. They also had to maintain 2 lakh rupees margin as I mean 6 months ago. Now it is decreased. Now why the margin decreased is that exchange understood that the risk is limited. The brokers understood that the risk is limited. the traders understood that the risk is limited. If the risk is 3,000 rupees, why would they ask us to put, the max risk is 3,000 rupees, why would they ask us to put or keep 2 lakh rupees? That is why it is decreased from 2 lakh rupees to 50,000 rupees. So here, last point, what we do in iron condor is long OTM call and put options to protect the open end of short straddle or strangle. For it, as I said, if you have short straddle or strangle, you know that there is unlimited risk. But when you hedge it, your one leg might be in loss, but the another one that you have taken to hedge the positions would be in profit. So one is in loss, one is in profit. So the difference, the only risk is difference of the strike price. The only risk is, say, 500 rupees difference is that will be the only area where the risk is there. Otherwise, everything will be taken care of. So now this we discussed iron condor as a positional strategy. I repeat again, this needs to be squared off only and only on expiry day and not before that. Now what happens is greed and fear. We all have greed and fear that, you know, when we start earning money, we think that, you know, we will earn more, we will earn more, we will earn more. When we start losing money, we get fear that, you know, we will lose more, we will lose more. Or sometimes we don't book the profit because we know that, you know, we don't book the loss. Profit is always booked by at least by me and 90% of the traders. But in loss, we think that, you know, I'll carry on this position, I'll carry forward it to next week, or maybe till tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Even if it doesn't go in favor, we carry forward that position and think that this loss will be recovered. Now in this, when you are doing iron condor, your loss is always limited, so you don't need to bother about that fear of losing it. You already know that this is the max you can lose, and chances, probably 60 to 80% are the chances that if you have put a right, if you have captured a right short triangle or a straddle, then the probability is really high that the market will close in that particular range and you will not lose your money, rather you would earn your money. So this was the short straddle, short strangle compared with iron condor with short strangle and iron condor with short straddle. Now the another strategy is N strangle. Now what we do is we see that the market, as per the market conditions and because of the Vega volatility, what happens is that sometimes the stock, if you see 200 points away option, call or put, sometime it is trading at 100 rupees, sometime it is trading at 300 rupees, sometime it is trading at 30 rupees. What happens is that lot of us, when we write options, what we do is, for example, if there is a trader, when I started trading, I only used to write ATM options. So what used to happen is that when I write the option on Friday, ATM prices are higher. And when I sell the same ATM on Thursday or Wednesday, the prices are really low. 300 rupees. On Friday, I am writing an option, ATM option, it is trading at 300 rupees. And on Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm again writing ATM option, but it is trading at 100 rupees or 150 rupees. So to make sure, what we can do is, in future the price is always 1 rupee, but here 1 rupee is not always 1 rupee. So we are trading ATM, so 1 rupee is always 0.5 rupee, but the prices is, if the prices are not matching, sometime in our losing trade, for example, if in our losing trade we traded 300 rupees options, we lost 100 points. Thursday we are winning, but Thursday our stock, our option itself is a 50 rupees. We are writing it and we are only earning 50 rupees. So to make sure there is not much fluctuation in the profit and loss, what you can do is, And this doesn't just apply to AMSTangle or this particular strategy. You can do this in any of the strategies. What you can do is you can pick a price range. For example, here we have picked two price range. One is 70 to 80, one is 100 to 120. So every day I open the market, every day I'll check the option strike prices. Every day I'll check the option strike prices, which are between 100 to 120. I'll pick that particular strike price and I trade in that. What happens is that on losing day, even if it's Friday, I know that I have 100 rupees strike price. Even if it's Wednesday, I know that I have 100 rupees strike price. If it's Thursday, then also I know I have traded 100 rupees strike price. So if you had 20% stop loss, 300 rupees, 20% would become 60 rupees. 50 rupees, 20% stop loss would become 10 rupees. So your fluctuation will be quite high. So to avoid this, this is for option strike price selection. You can choose a range and you can pick that particular strike price. So what we have done is in this particular strategy, AMSTangle, what we do is we pick a strike price which is trading at 100 to 120 rupees. We sell one call and one put, which is AMSTangle, because this 100 rupees same. If I take the same strike price of if call, for example, if 35,000 call is trading at 100 rupees, 35,000 put would not be trading at 100 rupees. So if I'm taking 100 to 100 to 20, that has to be a strangle. Could be a 100-point difference, but or maybe 500-point difference, because one OTM will be another ITM. If it is OTM in call, it will be in the money in. It could be in the money in put. We put 40% stop loss on both the leg when we start the trade. For example, I have sold an option of 100 rupees. I'll put a 40% stop loss, 140 rupees stop loss on both the legs. Initially, we'll put the stop loss on both the legs. We don't know whether market will go up initially or market will go down in the beginning of the day. This is purely intraday strategy. I put the stop loss 140 rupees stop loss on both the sides. For example, today market moved up, so the call side stop loss was hit. 100 to 140 is hit. Now what will I do is I lost 40 points there. Now when I lose these 40 points, my another leg will be in some of the profit. That might be giving me 20 points, that might be giving me 30 points. So what I do is I need to trail the stop loss to make sure that I don't lose it on both the sides. So when this happens, the second leg I put the stop loss on cost to cost. So initially, for example, today the call SL was hit. So initially the call and put both SL were at 140 rupees. From 140 rupees put SL, I changed it, I moved it to 100 rupees. So I only lose in one direction and not both the directions. So when the first SL hits, we exit. I mean we put the SL at cost to cost in second leg. This strategy can be used in Nifty and Bank Nifty both. Now I'll show you the graph. These are the Algo Maker reports. So this is the date that you are seeing it. It will have date and a day, number of orders. This is AMSTangle, so it will always have 4 orders. Initially 2 orders, one call and put selling, and then square of those 2 positions. So it will always have 4 orders. You can see number of orders are 4. This is the M2M. So I've given this report after April. So from 16 April to 17th May, it was 15,000 rupees profit. This is one lot profit and loss. M2M is daily profit and loss, and total PNL is the total PNL for that particular strategy. From 18th May to 15th June, we came from 16,000 to 25,000 profit, which is again 10,000 rupees profit in this particular month. This is not iron condor, this is purely strangle. So this will require 2 lakh rupees margin, 1,80,000 or something. But yeah, 2 lakh rupees margin is required. From June 15 to July 13, From 25,000 we reached to 36,000. Again, some 10,000 rupees in that particular month. From July 14 to August 13, 36,000 to 42,000. 6,000 rupees profit. So I don't recommend using straddle or strangle for positional trades, but for intraday, that is probably the best, one of the best strategies that one could ever have. Now, this is the performance for the last 1 week from 16th August to 24th August, that is today. Today it was 800 rupees profit, 44,000 to 46,000. This is the graph that you are seeing for PNL. You can, if you go to our AlgoMaker application or maybe AlgoMaker bot, you can see the daily PNL reports for any of the strategies that you see. So we have this many strategies live as of now. You can see the names, you can see the PNL. You can click on any of the strategies. If you click on any of the strategies, the net position page will open. It will also open the order book. It will show you the order that has been punched with the time, and it will also show you the intraday graph. Just like this, you're seeing this graph on daily basis. This we also show this on every 10 seconds for intraday PNL for all of the strategies. You click on any of the strategies, it will show you the PNL graph for that particular day, every 10-second capture. So two strategies. One is iron condor that I recommend for taking positional trades. Another is M strangle that I recommend for taking intraday trading. Iron condor, why is it useful and why is it good? When you know the particular range, or when you speculate that this price will close, the expiry will close in this particular range, you can take iron condor to minimize the risk and take the profit if the market closes in your range. M strangle, M strangle also has the fixed stop loss, which is 40%, and because we are picking the strike prices on the price range, using the price range, your PNL would not go so much high and low. I mean, the drawdown will also be limited. So these are the reports, and these are the strategies. You can go to AlgoMaker, you can sign up, and you can check this strategies. Click on any strategies, it will show you the live performance. Yeah, Ashok.
Thank you very much, Dharmik. Friends, here is a special offer from Traders Gurukul for all the Option Omega participants. You can grab this course, Ichimoku Kinko Hyo and price action trading course for free. And you have to use the coupon code mentioned there, OOMEGA 2021. All right. So you can go to tradersgurukul.com site and you can have a look at the course with the 7-part series. That will be a great learning for you. Thank you very much.
Okay,
right,
guys.
so time for Q&A. Thank you so much, Dharmik, for your session. Friends, can you please shoot your questions? Let us take it up one by one. Okay, Dharmik, the first question goes like this from Sanskar Joshi. How to select the strike prices?
Okay, so it actually depends upon what kind of trades you want to take. For example, if you want to go long, and if you have a particular target. When you're going directional trade, you can look at the delta value, and then pick the strike price. Higher the delta value is, higher the money you will make for that particular strike price. So basically, people say that, maybe even I used to trade it that way, that people trade in the money options where the delta value is higher, and to get the result similar to what you get in future. But then you also have, for example, if you check the delta, the value will be between 0 to 1. So you can either take 0.25 value, two strike, I mean two lot of 0.25 delta, or you can take one lot of 0.5 delta. This will help you identify the target that you will get, the money that you will actually make when your target reaches. This is for option buying. Option selling, I highly recommend that you use the price range. That is the best option that you could ever have to identify which strike price to select for writing. And of course, you need to know that this would be the range I would to trade in, and you pick up that range, and the price that are nearing, both are near, the call and put both price should be nearer. So pick that depending upon the price when you are writing, and because you would also know how much premium are you going to get. And we are going long, you should look for delta.
Sounds good. So the Dharmik, the next question is, for M's triangle, what time is best to enter during the day?
Okay, so M's triangle at AlgoMaker we are entering at 9:20. Now you must have heard that people say that usually the premium starts eroding, starts going down around 1 p.m. Around, a lot of people say that it starts going down at 1 p.m., 1:30, 2:30, 3:30. That only applies on expiry day. So, and we have 5 trading days. So the other 4 days, I don't see any difference if you enter at 9 o'clock, if you enter at 10 o'clock, if you enter at 11 o'clock. The earlier you enter, maybe the better price you will get. So we have kept it, the entry time is 9:20. You anyway have the stop loss, even the market doesn't go in your favor, you have a stop loss, you will get the exit, and it's done. The second leg the SL will be trail.
Sounds good. So let me pick the next question. Is there a specific order in which the iron condor trades must be executed to avail margin benefits? By Srinivasan.
Okay, so if you are using any of the discount brokers, traditional brokers usually doesn't have this option that you can have 4 legs together. If you are using any discount brokers like Upstocks or any other in that matter, or maybe Zerodha or any other. So what you can do is you can create an option basket. Initially, you should put a buy order, then you should put a sell order. Then your margin will automatically, the required margin and the initial margin will be around 50,000 in both the cases. If you first put sell order and then if you buy and hedge, your first sell will not get executed, because initially that will require 2 lakh margin unless you already have a long position in a different strike price. So first buy orders, then sell orders.
Sounds good. Thank you. So is iron condor applicable only for positional trading, or can I also use it for short-term trading like intraday? By Krishna.
You can use, but then okay, why do we use iron condor? We use iron condor to identify how much max we can lose, and what could be the max loss in worst scenario, and what could be the best profit in the best scenario. Now the calculations that we see or that we do using our calculator, or using any of the Sensible or any other platform, or maybe options, there is one more, using any of this, the max profit and max loss applies only on expiry day. If you want to do, see, the highest risk is always on gap up and gap down positions. During intraday, when we are in front of the screen, we always close the position. For example, I have 2 lakh rupees in my account. If I'm losing 10,000 rupees, I'll know that I need to close my positions. So I will not lose 50,000 rupees. Unless you are so much into emotions and you are not ready to exit positions, you should not consider iron condor in intraday. I mean, of course, I'll not do. Otherwise, why not straddle triangle with a fixed stop loss?
Sounds good. So there is a question by Mr. Partha Sarathi. He's telling, is there any value to define that the volatility is high or low? What is the low value? What is the high value?
I'm sorry, I didn't get you.
The question is, he says, generally we say now volatility is high and low. So what is high, what is low?
Okay. So all of this, I was about to keep a picture.
Maybe we need to, comment about VIX, because that's the basic thing which see now to define volatility. VIX is why we say its volatility is high.
Yeah, I've kept it already. I'll show you maybe on a platform. I'll come to that question at the end. Parth, I'll remember your question, but I'll show you live that the volatility on a platform, trading platform.
Sounds good. Please suggest some basic adjustments for iron condor, particularly positional iron condor, if the market starts moving a bit aggressively.
Okay. So iron condor is a neutral strategy. You should not think about this strategy when the market is moving in one direction. So one of the biggest mistakes or one of the silliest mistake, not the biggest, but maybe the silliest mistake what people does is people do neutral strategy even during directional market. So when the market is moving in one direction, you should not do neutral strategies and do adjustment a lot of time. What you can do is, of course, you can do adjustment, but then how many times will you do adjustment? If the market goes 2000 point away, how many more iron condors you will not need to create? So rather, I would say for adjustments, of course you can do, but rather I would say, if, for example, if your price is, if the range is broken, you wait for some time, look at the charts or maybe the option Greeks or maybe the open interest, and add maybe a call or put as per the market direction. That is the best way to. The risk would be slightly higher, but again you will also earn more. So don't mix those two strategies. If it is directional, go directional strategies. If it isn't, don't keep doing adjustments in neutral strategies if the market is not neutral. In simple line.
Sounds good. So when is the ideal time to enter and exit positional iron condor strategy? Can it be done on weekly as well as monthly?
Yeah, it can be done on both weekly as well as monthly, both the expiries. Now, should you do weekly or monthly? Now, what I recommend is, as I said, this strategy is particularly for expiry trading. So if you are trading in monthly expiry, the chances are higher that the market will not be in that particular range, right? That could go beyond the range. If you are trading monthly, you never know after 15 days what's gonna come and what's gonna happen. So it's better if you are closer to the expiry. So weekly expiry is what I recommend for this. And if it is weekly expiry, you enter on maybe Friday or Monday. As soon as you get the range idea that okay, market is gonna be in this range, you just enter the trade. Monthly, what will happen is you might earn good or might not earn good, but the only reason why I don't recommend monthly expiries or for iron condor is the probability will be really less. I mean, the probability of profit will decrease because you never know, market might be 2000 point next week, 2000 point down.
Sounds good. Can you please explain the exit strategy for EMS triangle?
Okay. So exit strategy is that for one particular leg, initially what we will do is both the side we will, so we have sold 100 rupees call and 100 rupees put. We will put 40% stop loss on both the side, call and put. If the put SL is hit 40%, if the put price goes from 100 to 140, what we will do is from call price we will put the SL at the cost. For our execution prices, our entry price is 100 rupees. That particular strike price might be trading at 70 rupees now, 30 rupees profit, but then we'll put the SL, we'll trail the SL from 140 to 40 rupees for the second leg.
Sounds good. So the next question is, okay, when we can initiate the iron condor with short straddle strategy? Should I do it at the start of the series or mid or when? By Anant.
Okay, so Anant, what happens is usually short straddle means you are sure about the target, that market will close at that particular strike price. I mean that particular price, which is a strike price in this case. So when you are sure about thing, it technically or on paper it doesn't really matter if you enter at the beginning of or at the end, but the closer you are to the expiry, you would know that the chances would again increase that the market will close at that particular time. There are a lot of people who enter iron condor with short strangle a day before expiry, because then they would know that in one day the market will not move much, or maybe in one day the open interest will not change so much, unless this is the expiry. Even on expiry 1 o'clock the open interest goes high and low. So the closer you are to the expiry, the better it is. But then for short straddle kind of iron condor, for short strangle, any day is good. Even the profits would be much higher. For example, in this you are getting 2000 rupees in short strangle, iron condor short strangle, and you are getting 7000 rupees in iron condor short straddle. So even if it is close to expiry, you will earn good.
So the next question is from Raghav. When to enter into a short straddle or strangle? Is it during low volatility or high volatility? When they say short, it has to be by default high volatility only. Prabhu, Raghav has the basic question. Yeah, go ahead. Answer it, Dharmik.
Yeah, correct. So market is volatile doesn't mean that it has to go in one direction. Market is volatile means the premium will be higher. So the premium, higher the premiums, higher you will get in your account. I mean, if you are selling 100, higher the premiums, higher the chances that higher the profit you will get. But yeah, you should do it in neutral market and not during directional market.
Dharmik, there's one unique question. As a naked option buyer, how do I play Vega for high risk, high profit or low risk, low profit model? It's a very generic question.
Option buying is always a high risk, so you cannot say how can you play low risk in this, even if the Vega is higher or lower. So you cannot, ideally you cannot minimize the risk using Vega in this in option buying. What you could do is option buying anyway. If you are trading during events or something, the prices, the option premiums will be really high and the Vega will be really high. So during those days, during the events, I don't recommend trading option buying options, because as soon as the events disappear or the events are finished, the Vega will decrease and the option prices will decrease too. For example, you might have seen that I'll give you an example. If this is not the yeah, so Reliance price is 2000 rupees. If Vega is higher, Reliance 2000 rupees call might be 100 rupees. Say for example, on the event day, Reliance actually went till 2100 rupees, but your 100 rupees call option would not go 100 rupees higher, would not make even 50 rupees. That might go just 10-20 rupees, because it would have delta value, but then it will decrease the Vega value because the event is over. So during those time, I don't recommend. If the Vega is in simple one line, if the Vega is higher, I don't recommend option buying.
Okay, here is a question by Rakesh Dwivedi. If stop loss is not hit on both the legs, when should I book the profit?
324. We are trading option intraday strategy. Amstringle is intraday strategy. So even if the market is choppy and the stop loss is not hit on both the side, we'll square off the position before the market closes, depending upon the square of time. So yeah, Upstocks has 310, so we'll square off the position at 39. Other brokers might have different time for squaring of the position. So according to MIS square of time, will exit the position. I mean, 1 minute or 2 minutes before their square of time.
Okay. So the next question is, can a combination of iron condor and butterfly be used in a neutral market? What do you suggest? By Yuvraj Pawar.
Iron condor and butterfly used.
So probably we'll have to put the big payout curve and check how it comes up. Okay.
Yeah, maybe you can. Yeah, maybe you can check in Sensible or Option Opstra and then.
Yeah. So friends, my humble request to every one of you is, please do ask questions more related to the strategy than generic questions, which some of the questions I see here are not at all related to the learnings that we had today. Okay, but I am trying to focus more on the queries which would make the learnings of today more stronger. That is my focus. So, and keep your questions simpler. Okay, so it's very little difficult for me to consolidate. Okay, so here's a question from Mahesh. Where can I get the values of option grids for a particular expiry?
Okay, there are different websites. The easiest way is Sensible or Option Opstra. There is also iCharts where you can get this one. Not Option Opstra actually, iCharts, and there are a lot of softwares that you would see. You will see it there. Even the Moneymaker platform, which is like Odin, they also have started giving it on their application, that desktop application.
So here's a very generic question by Venki. He's selling short straddle and strangles comes with unlimited risk. What would be the typical margin requirement in this case?
Okay, so straddle and strangle margin requirement would be around 2 lakh rupees. Even if you are selling one leg, straddle and strangle are 2 leg, one call and one put. Even if you are selling one leg, the unlimited risk continues. So the margin requirement is 1,70,000, but that keeps changing between 1,60,000 to 1,80,90,000. So I say it as 1,90,000 rupees. 2 lakh rupees, sorry, rather.
So here is one more question by Nimish Desai. Your example of iron condor shows that the break even is already broken due to big upside in Bank Nifty. So whenever there is a big upside, how do? You do adjustment or you wait?
The best is to see, you never know the market, that might have broken. For example, if the range might have been broken today, but you never know that price can come down and get into that range again. So it's best to wait till expiry. The max you can lose is maybe in this the example I give, 2,600 is the what you can lose at the max. So it's best to wait till expiry and then yeah, adjustments again. If there are not if there is just 2-3 days to expiry or 1 day to expiry, you can do adjustments. You can make one more iron condor and then wait. Otherwise, it is a neutral strategy, so I don't recommend adjustments in iron condor.
So here is one interesting question in TradingView. So one of the participant is asking, well, can you brief us on the tweet that you wrote to Sucheta Dalal? What is that about, and how does it help fellow option traders?
Okay. So the tweet I had wrote and the emails and what you see is that nowadays there are a lot of algo service providers. you see in the market, but there are no clear-cut regulations that applies to any of those algo providers, including us, algo maker. So what I have written is that if you really want to make it a trustworthy thing, if you really want to make it legit, and if you really want people to have confidence on these things, you should have some regulations. Now anybody and everybody should not be able to start an algo firm where I'll make 5 strategies, sell it to 10 people, they will trade it using their capital, they might lose, they might win. It should not be like fake advisory firms where they are giving buy to 5 people and giving sell signal to 5 other people. It should not be that way. To make everything on streamline, they should have a proper regulations. They also asked us if my intention was to stop algo trading. So of course not. I am running an algo trading firm, algo maker. So my intention was not to stop algo trading, but to allow all the retail traders and to make it a secure way of doing business and trading. So
Sounds
the
good.
regulations might come maybe in 3-4 months, but yeah, that will not affect retail traders, but that will increase our burden, increase burden on our shoulders. But that will be beneficial for all the retail traders as well as algo service providers.
Yeah, sounds good. So in the beginning of your session, you spoke about Hero Ya Zero Trade. Can you slightly elaborate on it?
Okay. So what happens is that initially when you see OTM, so the delta value is the far you are from the spot price, the delta value will be less. Near at ATM, the delta value will be around 0.5. For in the money, the delta will be slightly higher. So if you are buying up or selling a particular option, say for example, if there is 1,000 point away or maybe 500 point away, 10 rupees, 20 rupees option, what would be the delta value there? Maybe 0.1, 0.2, something like that. Now when the market moves in one direction, neutral strategies neutral strategies will start losing money, and the directional strategies will start earning money. So the directional strategies, once that their OTM will become ATM after certain point of time. So from 0.1 delta, it has to go from 0.1 to 0.5, and that might go slightly higher. So suddenly, as soon as the delta increases, the price nearing the OTM option, the delta increases suddenly, and looking at the delta value spike, the option price is also increase quite high. From 10 rupees, it can go 200 rupees or maybe 500 rupees, or maybe 1 rupee can become 100 rupees options. So it is delta which actually drives this options from 0 to hero. You can also if you have time and if you have if you work thoda sa, you can look at the delta options and you can check the delta values. You can put maybe some indicator oscillator or something on delta value, and you can identify the option strike prices which are going to be from 0 to hero. Delta values you will get it on Sensible or any other platform.
Sounds good. So for this triangle that you were talking, when if a stop loss hits on one side of the leg, should I go ahead create one more triangle?
You can do, but then what happens is that you already know that when one side is SL is hit, for example, today call SL was hit, so you already know that market is in up direction as of now. So either you can take one more entry. If you take one more entry, you need to maintain margin for 2 lots for 2 short straddle or triangle. If you check the return on investment in terms of percentages, that will decrease because you never know. Tomorrow, as somebody said, what happens if both the SLs are not hit? What do we do? So during those days, you don't need to take the second entry. So to make sure that your returns are secured and your returns are quite similar, you should always trade with one strike. I mean, one entry kind of thing.
Okay. The next question is from Ayush. He's asking, do we avoid intraday strategies on expiry day due to high gamma? What do you think?
I don't think we should avoid any of the strategies in any of the days. Intraday strategy on option expiry, people actually, what happens is people from gamma, they actually switch to theta on expiry days, because theta is the thing where they are making the most money on expiry days, because it is kind of not exactly useless, but it is least used from Friday to Wednesday. On Thursday, theta is the thing that makes money for your account. So rather I would switch from gamma to theta when on expiry days.
Sounds good. Can you jump to the Q&A slide?
Sure.
Yeah. So I think we answered a very good number of questions. So before we wind up, I will take up a couple of more questions. What are the optimal Vega values, theta values for buying and selling? Ideal delta, Vega and theta values for buying and selling from Sri Anant. I think Anant, your question is quite generic.
0.5 is the ATM, so it depends upon how much risk you are ready to take. And yeah, usually for option buying, ATM is the best option. And the reason why I or any of the traders choose ATM is because once the ATM option becomes in the money, everything increases. The delta, the Vega, everything increases. So gamma. So if you are buying ATM options and if that becomes in the money, your delta will increase too, and your probability of profit will increase too.
Sounds good. The next question, I think I asked this question. So, okay, Shishir Kumar is asking, what will happen during freak trade like Nifty? For example, 16,450 strike price before 2 days in strangle strategy, stop loss would have been hit.
See, option Greeks, it is like, for example, future, if you see this freak trades, the future price, for example, if a freak trade happens in a future, it doesn't have to happen in every option strike price also. So in one particular strike price, the freak trade happened, but it didn't happen in all the strike prices. So it has nothing to do with option Greeks. It doesn't change the option Greeks. It might change for a second or two, but then it comes back. So this would not change anything here. I mean, the option Greeks would not be changed. The very next moment, the price was back to its original price. So Greeks didn't change, the price changed.
So Kashinath is asking, if possible, can you give some details about your Algo Maker, what you exactly do there?
Okay. So Algomaker is an algorithmic trading firm. We usually have two kinds of we have two kinds of traders. One is the trader who already has a strategy. If you want to build the strategy, create a strategy. If you don't know the coding, you want our help, we have our Algomaker platform on cloud. You can get the strategy coded and go live as soon as it is coded. We also have paper trading facility. So if before you go live on your own account, you can actually check it on paper trading. You can see the live performance, the price will be captured, everything will be captured along with the net intraday PNL. For example, if you have started paper trading and if you want to check what was the PNL today at 10 p.m. or 10 a.m., you can check that. If you want to check what was the PNL at 1:30.10 seconds, you can check that too. You can check these things and then you can go live. This is one way of how Algomaker does. The another way is there are a lot of people who probably don't have who are new to market, or maybe who don't have time to do all this analysis, what they can do is they can use our strategies. We have a list of 30 strategies. You can choose any of them. We are adding one strategy every Saturday. So currently we have around 30 strategies. You can see all the paper trading, live paper trading during market hours. You can check the performance. You can check the daily PNL. If you go to reports, you can check the previous 3 to 6 months performance for all the days. Like I have captured that AMS triangle. I have shown that in PPT. You'll see that performance for all the strategies for all the days. So even if you don't have a strategy, you come to us. We already have 30 plus strategies. You pick the one strategy and you can go live in no time. If you want us to manage everything, we do that too. We also advise, I mean, which strategies are best suitable for you. At times we have 5-10 minutes conversation with the clients. Maybe one of our team members can connect with you and he can understand your requirements. He can suggest you the strategies that suits your requirements, and you can go ahead with that particular kind of strategies. For example, some of you would have liked iron condor strategy because that is limiting the, I mean, that has a max risk, that you will not use more than this. Some of you would also love short straddle and strangle because that is an interest strategy. You don't want to carry forward anything, and you are not worried of risk. So depending upon the requirements, we have different kind of strategies. You can just talk to our team members and then choose the one that fits you the best.
Superb. Sounds good. Cool. So can you please move ahead to the next slide, Dharmik? I think we answered and consolidated most of the questions. We can probably wind up. All right. So thank you very much, Dharmik, for being a part of this program and sharing your experience on option quants with our audience. The 5th session of the series comes to an end successfully. On behalf of Traders Gurukul, our official partner Money Control Pro, the Upstocks family, and the extended participants who have joined from everywhere, so we extend our gratitude and sincere thanks for being a part of this program, Dharmik. Thank you very much, and we keep troubling you often for more sessions to come in the subsequent series.
Thank you so much, Ashok.
So friends, that's the story for today. With this, we have successfully completed the 5th part of the series. We'll catch up tomorrow at 8 p.m. sharp for the 6th session. Until then, signing off, Ashok Devanampriya from Traders Gurukul. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Bye-bye.